This exercise is a very easy one to do. It stretches all the pelvis really easily and quickly, and creates clearance space in your hips quite fast for internal and external rotation of the hips. It greatly improves hamstring length, and also stretches the sciatic nerves on both sides too. Or if you have something called bilateral dural drag, which basically means that when you bend forward with straight legs, that you're like hanging out here, and maybe you've never been able to touch your toes ever. You've got bilateral dural drag issues, that's for sure. But you'll find that a lot of the pulls in your calves, not just in here, or if you were to feel it just pulls everywhere through here, that's bilateral dural drag. So this is very useful for you. So it stretches the nerve, not just the muscles too. So how to do it? So have your feet about 1.5 to 2 shoulders width. And my feet are about 1 foot away from the wall, because we're going to use the wall. And I'll turn my feet in. So if that's straight, I'll turn them in a little bit. As you get more flexible, you can turn them in more and more. Then I bend forward from my hip, so like I'm hinging from my hip. So my backside touches the wall here. And you bend, if you can't touch the ground, just hang it out on your knees, on your shins with your hands. Pull your knees though up, so you're contracting your thigh, which will make the hamstring reciprocally inhibit. So it helps stabilize the knee, but also stretch the hemi by contracting your quads. So your knees stay pulled up by contracting the quads the whole time. And letting your back bend over, so bend forward. So I'm not staying flat with the back here. Just the first part, I'm bending from here. So I want to get the engagement of the hamstrings. So you might feel it stretch your hamstrings right now, and then let your back start to curl over. Then the key thing here is that you feel your sit bones touch the wall, both of them touch the wall, and you start sliding your backside across the wall, but you're keeping both sit bones touching the wall. So what that looks like is right now I feel both my sit bones touching the wall as I slide. But if I was to slide across and not do that, this sit bone wants to come off the wall. And then when I slide this way, generally this one wants to slide off the wall. So I'm keeping them both touching the wall now. And that's the key thing. And as you get more flexible, you find you can slide side to side more. I'm also, as I'm doing this, I'm keeping my feet flat on the ground, especially the knuckle of the big toe. I'm keeping pressure in the knuckle of the big toe, which will create a rotation, bit more of a rotation through the whole leg. And I'm just naturally breathing, so in and out through the nose. Tongue on the roof of the mouth, very useful to do with this. And you may find you just keep sinking down more and more, which is a good thing. When you come up, bend your knees, push up, and roll your body up. It's the safest way to come out of this, and just be mindful you may be a bit lightheaded. So be ready to lean against the wall or sit down if you feel lightheaded. Definitely don't want you to fall over. So a way you can test before and after for this exercise to how effective it is for you. One is it'll feel pretty good. 2 is that you can bring your leg to 90 degrees here, then turn it in this way. So that's external rotation. So you're just noting how turned in your leg is, and then turn it the other way, and noting how much internal rotation there is. And then compare that to the other side. Turn in, turn out. Notice if there's any pinching anywhere in the hip. Do the exercise and then retest, see how much change has been made. The other way to test is make sure you test and retest in the same way. So have your feet straight ahead is good. A lot of people stand with their feet outwards. It affects what the pelvis is doing. So do it this way, feet straight, about your hip width. So bend from your hip first, and then let your body start to curl over. So you're seeing how much movement you have. So if you never touch your toes, you might be here. Body's rounded out like crazy. You're here, and it's like that's the best you can do. So you just note where you can touch your legs. Do the exercise, and then do the same thing. So test. So you probably get about that much extra at least. And then when you come out of this, bend your knees, push yourself up. And a really key feature of being able to stretch your hamstrings well and not just totally stretch the dural system all the time is you bend from your hip. So it's like you're bowing in martial arts. You bend from the hip. You don't stoop like this. You bend from your hip first. Or think about sticking your backside backwards. And as you do this, bending to a certain point, you'll feel the stretch in your hamstrings and not just in the here or in your back. Then when you feel the hamstring stretch, then you let your back roll and let it bend. So that way you actually stretch the muscles and not just the nerve all the time. If you stretch your hamstrings like this, you'll find it'll stretch into your calves very fast, maybe into your big toe, into your back, because you're actually tensioning the whole spinal cord and the sciatic nerves pretty much before you get to the muscle.